に誰もいない以上、私の不変を引き立たせるだけ。
追加料金が必要です。
以上。
Hey, sup, wrong person? Good to see you, man. How's your day going? What's up, Jelly? Hello, hello. I gotta say, guys, I really shouldn't be streaming right now. I'm so sleepy.
人の世とはこうも白露と泡のように儚い。
But then again, sleepiness does sometimes go away when I talk to you guys while chilling in Genshin. So trans RJ, bipolar RJ, or tired RJ? Tired RJ, man. I'm just so sleepy. I feel like Layla. Trans, what the heck? I heard from Discord that there was a jerk in the stream today. I don't know. I wouldn't really consider him a jerk. He did, at least according to him, I insulted him. As for how, no idea how I insulted him. I mean, not on the stream, but like in a previous stream. I do remember him saying something like that. So this is what, like, I remember him saying something like, oh, so this is what you do to your viewers, you insult them, something like that. And then I think I even asked why, and then I must have missed his response. I feel bad if he did respond to that, and I feel bad that I did miss his message. But well, apparently he felt like he had some beef with me, so he came up to me, confronted me, which is, you know, I think that's a lot better than keeping it holed up, right? Like, if you have some grievances with someone, sure, like, for the greater good, you could decide to just eat it up and then just, you know, just keep it inside just for the greater good, for quiet, for some peace and quiet. But also voicing it out is fine. It's an okay choice as well. In that way, if you voice it out, you now have the opportunity to maybe clear the air. Either clear the air or just, you know, start a fist fight at the bar. That's that's generally where it goes. You either start a fight at a bar or you clear up the air. That's generally what happens. But yeah, I have no idea how I managed to somehow insult him. Yeah, alright, sure. Okay, weeklies. Time for weeklies. I was right, yeah. I do feel like Layla, but talking to you guys, I feel a little better now actually. My head's a little clearer now than it was 5 minutes ago. In case you didn't see, server was calling you a goat and that you were very mature. Hope you feel better. Nah, I generally don't let that stuff affect me. Sorry, my brain is shot. I generally don't let that stuff affect me. It's just it's okay. If it was just me, then it would affect me a little. Like it would I mean, it does affect me, sure. Like I was, because you know, somebody comes up to you and like, hey, you insulted me last time. like you know, trying to like coming up in your face and stuff. But then, you know, if what he said was true, and I did somehow manage to insult him, then well, that's his claim, right? I shouldn't be like all aggressive and stuff immediately. He's like coming in hot. I'm responding I'm responding all hot and stuff. That's just asking for a bar fight. Hey, what's up, Asuna? Good to see you, man. Sorry, someone's iPad died? Oh, there. Okay, by the way, I left last stream because I dozed off and my iPad died. Oh, that was you, Jelly? That's alright, man. That's alright. That's, I couldn't... For quite a few years now, watching a YouTube video or a stream is sort of my go-to way to just fall asleep. I think, and my problem now is I think I'm a little reliant on it. Like, even if I'm like super sleepy already, I will rush to find something to watch, or if not watch, then at least listen to, before I put the phone down and just go to sleep. Oh, hey, what's up, Mighty? Good to see you, man. Did that in a previous stream. He did, yeah. Hey, what's up, David? You're here too? I'm surprised, man. From what I remember, you've fully quit Genshin now because you feel more valued with her. If games were women, she treats you better. She treats you better, so why stick with her, right? Why stay where you're not happy? And I missed. When you're happier with someone else. No Genshin until Natlan. Yeah, right. Understandable. Immune to Dendro. Alright. Genshin has been extremely dry to me. I haven't logged on in weeks. Wow. Weeks, huh? I would feel bad about that because, like, I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me. Maybe just, you know, maybe it's just not worth it for you. And, like, honestly, it's a video game, right? I won't, my family won't starve if I don't play Genshin. If I miss dailies. It's not like I'm relying on this to stay alive. But, I don't know. Like, just doing dailies, at least at this point, especially when there's an event that you could just blast past, and claim that your I keep forgetting. I just can't remember. Encounter points. Just claim encounter points from. It's generally no problem. You'll just log in, and then go to the event stuff. Oh, it's not here. Well, then claim, and then get your encounter points. And then think, okay, how many dailies do I need to do? All right, do one daily. I'm lagging. I'm dropping frames. Well, not OBS, but like my game is skipping. So yeah, generally it's about 5 minutes per account. Maybe even less than that. Yeah, and that's just instant free 60 primos. At least to me, it's worth it. But that might depend on the person. Like, some people might value that 5 minutes, right? More like they might think that 5 minutes is not worth the 60 primos in Genshin, because it's just more valuable to them. Like, whatever else they spend on that 5 minutes is more valuable to them. But yeah, I getcha. Lately I've been. Oh, hey, what's up, Jace? Good to see you, man. Didn't play games today. Everything all right, man? Lately, especially now. Granted, I think the higher resin cap is an overall a good thing, but the higher resin cap has also made it so now I only have to log in once a day, and that's it. I log in right after the daily server reset, condense my resin, use that condensed resin, claim my rewards, my event rewards, claim my event points, event rewards, whatever it's called. Sorry, not event rewards, encounter points, and then claim them, and then do maybe one daily commission, and then go to Catherine, and that's it. I log out until the next day. And then like very often I'm thinking, man, I want to play Genshin. And then before I click on that Genshin icon, I start thinking, okay, what am I gonna do? Nothing. And then I don't open it. What is this immune to again? Cryo? No, Electro. Alright, that's fine. Oops, oops. Oof. Man, Cookie hanging on by the skin of her teeth. Oh, hey, what's up, Sabranax? Hello, Ems. How are you? We hardly see you nowadays, man. How's it going, Sabranax? You're sleepy? I am. Well, I still am, but not as much as I was before. Like when I started the stream, I was really contemplating streaming, and then I started talking to you guys, and you guys could probably hear my words. Like, if I got pulled over by a cop and I talked like this, I'd be asked to step out of the vehicle. Sorry, you sound like you're slurring over there, Mr. RJ. You had a few drinks tonight? Absolutely not, officer. Absolutely all the drinks. Hey, what's up, Clara? Hello, hello. What's up? You told me to yell out the name Layla. What? Wait, who said that? I have to give up on getting Chang Li. Who's Chang Li? You know, I've been so hyped for her, and she's my favorite and every way possible. Is that a Wuwa or a Star Rail character? Yeah, study is more important. I guess school there is really hard in your place. I remember one of you guys is from Singapore. I mean, I've never really met anyone from Singapore, but I imagine just how high the median income is in Singapore. That correlates to how productive each working class person is in Singapore. And someone earning that much is probably a very productive member of society, which means they're very highly educated. Well, they're likely very highly educated. And I can't imagine living in a country like that. RJ, did you see the new episode of Mushoku Tensei? Absolutely. I kind of spoiled myself before I did that, because you know that Mushoku Tensei comes from a novel, I think, right? I should above that. Me, I'm from Singapore. Oh, that was you. Yeah, I remember. Thank you. Yeah, I remember someone talking to someone. They mentioned about schooling, and then we talked about education in the last maybe 1 or 2 weeks. Struggling so hard to set life straight, catch up with the rest of the world around me, basically other students. You know, that's a giant topic that we could certainly go down it. It's not, you know, I'm not smart enough to go down a rabbit hole unless if I was some kind of like if I was the type of streamer that I would just be like browsing and stuff all the time. I guess I could be. but I'm not. Hang on, what team to use? Yeah, I think this is okay. Oh no.
何をすればいい?
Yeah, education or overall. So, oh man, I don't even know where to begin because like it is so connected to everything. Tranquil Furina at outside her house or at the opera? That sounds like outside her house or at the opera. It sounds like a very subjective choice. I don't think I hardly ever do rituals, so I hardly think I'm the best person to be asking this.
この燃え上がる炎で
私は帰ってきた。
少しはまともになってきた。やあ無駄な抵抗はやめろ。逃しはしない。カウントダウン開始。この燃え上がる炎で。
Oh my god, just stop jumping around, please. Oh my god, if you're not jumping, you're climbing stuff. Jeez.
いいだろう。私に挑む資格を認めてやる。無駄な抵抗はやめろ。逃しはしない。
I'm cooking myself dinner and I smell smoke. If you smell smoke, then that means you're doing it right, because that means your stove is on.
届けるといい。
No, sorry, smoke. I was, for some reason I was thinking I smell fire. Can you even smell fire? No. Dude, put it out. Helling keep. Okay. Oh my god. Alright. You've already gotten me worked up.
これで
Worked up
君の本心を覗けるかな。
because my energy. What is this attack? What was that? Oh my god. Of all
実
the
月が
times.
終焉を迎え、滅亡は繰り返される。抵抗を
Oh, because of the bonded life. Okay, sure. Been a few streams since I came, because I've been trying to fix my sleep schedule. Oh yeah, how's that been going for you, wrong person? How's fixing your sleep schedule going? Have you been able to, like, get the rhythm back? You know, like, get your body used to sleeping at the time that you wanted to sleep? I think overall, life on Earth is a lot better now than it was, say, 50 years ago. Now, granted, it's better in one way, but also worse in many other ways. Like, for example, getting a job now, I think, is easier in some ways, but also harder in other ways. Easier that if you have like a easier that you, as long as you have like decent education, you don't have to have like super highly advanced education, but like as long as you have like decent basic education, then the chances of you being able to find a job for yourself are a little higher than they were 50 to 100 years ago. But the chances of the opportunity to get better jobs now is a lot harder to come by, because so many more people are more highly educated now. There's so much more competition in the employment market, so employers have a lot more choices when it comes to picking their applicants. No. Oh. How'd he die? Very off-topic question. RJ, do you like, or do you think a diary with your personal entries about you and your friends' friendship journey would make a good birthday present? I think you'd have to get to know the person that you're giving it to. Like, you'd have to think, really think about whether it's something that they value or not. A good birthday present over here is a bottle of good quality vodka. Nice. Hey, I think that's not bad actually. Place like that, that just means that it's so much easier to find. It's just so much easier to decide what to get someone. Like when you just can't decide what to get that person, just go for vodka and that's it. My friends are 15. Well, he wasn't suggesting it. He was just sharing. He was just sharing that like what it's like over there. But he wasn't suggesting it. Buy your friend a Steam card or Genshin card if you guys play together. Speaking of, I remember when I was I've talked about a little bit about this best friend that I had when I was in primary school. I remember wanting so bad to go to his I think it was his birthday party. When we were in 4th or 5th grade, I think. No, I think 5th grade. And it was raining so hard too but my dad, I kept nagging my dad to take me there, and it was quite not very far away, but also not near either. And I really wanted to get him a present. And at the time, we were both playing Ragnarok online. And back then, Ragnarok's business model was very different. Like, you actually had to buy playtime. It's weird. It's so weird to even think about it nowadays. Like, you have to buy hours of playtime. Like, how much? What was it again? It was like 100 pesos, which is about $2 US today. Would give us let me see, 24 hours, I believe. Yeah, 24 hours, but would expire in 7 days. And that's basically time logged into the game. It was a weird business model, but it worked. It worked for quite a long time. And so what I did was I bought him 3 of those. But it was raining so hard that my dad just told me, you know what, just don't go. Like, he took me there. We were right there, like we were right there in front of his house across the street. And then my dad just said it's raining too much. Like, I'm not. Just don't go. Just don't go. And well, what happened is, like, I just ended up dropping off his present. But yeah, I think, I mean, if he's your friend, I'm sure you've probably noticed a few little details. About him, right? Like, try and think really hard about what things you've noticed that he does, or how he does things, stuff that he sometimes talks about wanting to do, okay, like, for example, okay, my wife exercises here at home. She doesn't go to the gym because we can't afford a gym membership, but so she does home exercises, and she does them pretty well. Like, she goes all in on them, and she just does them on our bare floor, our bare tile floor, and some exercises need her to be on her knees or on her back or something. Layla cringe. And so I decided, this was from last year, I decided to get her an exercise mat. Sort of like a cheaper version of a yoga mat. It's much thicker, but it's a lot lower quality than like a proper yoga mat. But it was the only thing available in my city. So I got her that. And then the year before that, because she kept running into issues with, like, having nowhere to hang up her clothes. That she's only worn once and, like, wants to wear again next week or something. I bought her, like, a mobile, like, how would I best describe it? It's like a clothes hanger, but it doesn't go inside your closet. It just it just stands there. It's got wheels and stuff. It's a thing here in the Philippines. So I bought her that, right? Like, try and really think about stuff that your friend has said, stuff that your friend has said that they want to do. Like, try and think about something like that. Asking would ruin their surprise, though. Yeah, you know, like, okay, so don't ask, right? Don't ask. Like, if they're your friend, then that means you talk a lot. Well, not maybe a lot, but, like, you talk. Like, you at least talk, and try and think back to your conversations with them. And if there's nothing you can pull from those conversations, then I guess you don't ask directly, but try to come up with a way for your conversation to naturally go towards talking about stuff like that. Yeah. But, you know, again, do your best. If your friend is smart, if your friend's a lot smarter than you, then they'll probably notice. They'll probably think it's obvious what you're trying to do. But if they're not that smart, or, like, you know, if you're careful about it, if you're really careful about it, then they won't notice. Finally finished building my Nivelette. I joined. The first thing I hear is thicker. What? Oh my god. No. Thicker, huh? Yeah, first thing you hear is thicker words like on the knees, yeah, knees on the floor and on the back. Sounds like a really sus conversation, I guess. Sounds like those situations in a movie where like you open a door and you see something really awkward that you know you're certainly not supposed to see, and then you just slowly back away and close the door. It's a memorable safe keep because next year is our last year together. Secondary school. I don't know how to post-secondary life would be. So again, like I said, try and find something useful. Try and think of something useful, like a really nice pen, or right, or it doesn't have to be like like expensive, but nice. I mean like reliable, like a reliable pen. A reliable pen, maybe a notebook. You guys are students, right? So you're definitely gonna use something like that. If you guys are rich, maybe get him a laptop. Bro, are you talking from experience? You see something you shouldn't see. I mean, funny. That's funny though. You say that. You say that, and you actually reminded me of something that happened when I was a kid. I think I was in 2nd grade or 1st grade. Like I was really small. I didn't even have a computer yet at the time, and I wasn't even into video games yet at the time. So I think maybe 1st grade. Yeah, I think it was in 1st grade. So my mom has a she's like a dealer of she deals underwear, a female underwear, and that's been her the small business that she's been running ever since I was a kid. And even until today, she still does it. She has a few other and it's not doing very well now. So she does a few other buying and selling as well. But there was this one time when I was a kid, the company that she dealt that she was dealing the underwear for at the time. Hang on, 22 hours. Yeah, okay, perfect. Don't have to log in until tomorrow. Yeah, so it was doing really well when I was a kid, and they even had like events and stuff, like fashion shows and stuff of said underwear. And they did one here in my city at the time. And my mom went there, and obviously, my dad used to work abroad. Now he's retired, and very often he wasn't here. It was just me and my mom when I was a kid. So obviously she couldn't leave me, so she took me with her, and I was bored over there. Like the event hall was like this, was a separate building from where the rooms were that my mom and her colleagues were hanging out in. And apparently the rooms that they were hanging out in the separate building was also where the models were having their makeup done or getting fitted. And I kept going back and forth between the rooms and the event hall, and at one point I went back to the rooms because I was like, okay, well, what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna go talk to mom then. I went back to the rooms, and I opened the door, and lo and behold, I saw something I shouldn't have. Now, granted, I was a kid, so it really didn't bother me at the time. And I'm glad that it happened when I was a kid. Because now that I'm older, it's just a funny memory to me. I remember being so embarrassed, feeling so embarrassed that I did not go back to the room ever, like the whole event. I just stayed in the event hall the whole time. I didn't go back to the room. Klee moment. An explosive. Who are you, Daedra? Wait, I just realized we have is like a is pyromaniac like a typical anime trope? I just realized we have so many anime characters that are like stereotypically pyromaniacs. We have from Naruto we have Daedra. From what's that anime again? The comedy one that I talked about back then that I said wasn't like I just didn't enjoy watching it very often. I just didn't enjoy watching it very much. Man, what was it called? Konosuba. I just remembered, yeah. Konosuba. The Megumin, I think? Yeah, I think Megumin was her name. Megumin was also a pyromaniac. We have Daedra. In Genshin, we have Klee. Is that a common anime trope? Megumin is a racist. Klee is a terrorist. What? Okay, forgive me. I didn't go that deep into Konosuba, so you're gonna have to explain to me how is Megumin a racist. Oh, sorry, I tagged the wrong person. Badumts. All right. Need is a strong word, my friend. Nobody really needs constellations. Unless if you really like Hu Tao and you're suffering, then maybe at that point I could say, yeah, you need C1 Hu Tao. Or like you really like using Nuvilla in a hydro in a mono hydro team and having no C1. So C1 the resistance eruption in a team that doesn't have a shielder. You're suffering because you keep getting knocked back. Then yeah, at that point I'll say, yeah, you need C1. You need You need C1 Nivelette. And same with Arlecchino. But, oh. Arlecchino is a pain to play at C0. Are you talking about the lack of resistance to interruption? I think Arlecchino at this point has the best C1 in the game. Because, like, it gives her quite a lot of damage. And it makes her more comfy, like, way more comfy to play. And that's just in one constellation. It's just C1. Whereas, I guess Nivelette, yeah, you can make the argument for Nivelette too. But I don't think... I think Arlecchino's is way more drastic of a DPS increase than Nivelette's. She just kept getting bounced around by electrocharged. What are the stats on your Nivelette? I mean, man, I don't even want to talk about it. My Nivelettes are really mid. And like, okay, sure, that looks incredible. But then, as far as I remember, crit damage is his ascension stat. Yeah, crit damage, right? So this, I have like an extra 38 crit damage on this. And my crit damage from my artifacts are actually just 50, 160, something like that. It's not great. You're running hydro damage? I'm pretty sure I am. Yeah, I am. I don't know, man. There's just... like, okay. Yeah, they don't look that bad. But they certainly could be a lot better. Right? Especially, okay, I guess that's not as bad. Because it's not terrible, at least. At least the non-crit ones went into HP. So it's not the worst thing ever. But EM, maybe if I had a Nilou team, sure. But I don't. That's not bad. Okay, that's not bad, but a lot of low rolls. Like, very low crit damage rolls. Yeah, it certainly could be a lot better. And I don't have C1. So, Sag. I had such rotten luck on Nivelette's banner. I don't know what happened to my luck on Nivelette's banner. It was awful. Why did you say Hunter is such a good artifact set? It is, yeah, it certainly is. And that's the only reason why my Nivelette is even usable, I think.
や風よや
Oh, come on. Much HP. My Nivela HP is, I think, a little under 35k. Uh-oh. Where's the bubble? Yeah, there you go. Has the potential, as usual, has the potential to break my heart. I don't think there's any pyro applier out there that can allow Nivela to vape reliably. Yeah, cause like, sure, you could put Bennett in there, Bennett, or no, not Bennett, but like, I don't know, somebody like Dia, Kazuha, and like infuse Kazuha's burst with pyro. Dia, Kazuha, Shangwing, Toma, or no, not Toma, it's just right, and then Nivela. But then, like, at that point, you're using up 3 character slots just to apply pyro. In which case, you could be replacing, like, 1 of them, or 2 of them, or all 3 even, with characters that can actually do something else, like buff Nivelet or something.
この件はわかるかい？はい。
But yeah, there's not really a team where Nivelet can reliably bait. Especially because he applies Hydro very quickly. Maybe for a showcase, you could make a Nivelet team just for a showcase specifically, just to see some really big numbers from him. But other than that, like in a realistic, like calculating DPS, like team DPS, I don't think it's worth it at all. I need a heal. I have to wait for the burst to run out. Okay. Sometimes I feel like an outcast because I barely relate to anyone. That's alright, man. As is a lot of people in modern times. But thankfully, we don't live like cavemen anymore. Being an outcast, I don't know, 20,000 years ago was probably more akin to like a death sentence. Yeah. Like if you couldn't get along with anyone, then you might as well be dead 20,000 years ago. Is like hunting and foraging on your own. Man, I can't imagine. Especially as you get into your later years.
怖いか？それとも恐怖を抱く勇気すらないか？私と打ち合う気か？少しはまともになってきた。闇来たる破滅の時がカウントダウン開始だ。この燃え上がる炎でいいだろう。私に挑む資格を認めてやる。岩山発球。
Apparently Yelon's gonna rerun next banner. Ooh, that's some juicy news. Terrible news, but juicy news. I mean, so why is terrible? Is because I have no more primos left, and I really want one copy of at least one copy of on all my accounts. Because on this account, I'm on the second account now. I already have C1, and I want to get C2. On the main and third accounts, I want one copy at least, just so I can get C1. Next patch, yeah, I know. Right, that's what she is. Bye, everyone. Have a great morning, afternoon, or night. All right. Hey, think about what we said, wrong person. Right, like, again, try and really think about your friend. What you think would be useful to him. Yeah, because if you just give him like something like a memorabilia, like, and like they're leaving to another city for college or like for school. Right? They're not gonna bring it. They're just gonna leave it at home. They're only gonna take their essentials. Oh, hey, what's up, Onoko? I ruined my Yalan. What? How do you ruin Yalan? Unless if you ruined her in another way. Do you want to reply to the title of the stream? I feel like Shenhe. Oh, the outcast thing, yeah. Shenhe. Hey, Shenhe's, Shenhe's starting to fit into society, right? She has a job. She now has a job. She lives in the city. Even her master moved into the city. How can one ruin their Yalan? Oh, there's plenty of ways to ruin a Yalan. Some not in the game. Hey, what's up, Luap? Good to see you, man. How you doing? Liam. Alright. I guess your name's Liam from today. What's up, Liam? How you doing? Hope you had a lovely weekend, Liam. Abyss today? No, I did Abyss yesterday, man. Wait. No, okay. I don't remember if you were here. But, yeah. I did Abyss yesterday. And I was surprised. I actually got to do all 3 accounts yesterday. Oops. How about the new one, or did I miss it? Yeah, we did that yesterday, man. Yeah, I streamed yesterday, cause I thought, Abyss, okay. Although there was nothing to do dailies wise, quest wise, etc. There was Abyss. Oops. Oh. Yeah, and yes, Abyss was being talked about quite a bit. People were saying that this is the hardest Abyss we've ever had. Now, I kind of disagree with that, but it's certainly not the easiest Abyss we've ever had. I actually, well, it's hard, but I'm just happy that this Abyss is not cringe. I'm just happy about that, about the fact that this Abyss is not cringe at all. Ah, boy, of course. I ruined her by sacrificing her on piece emblem. Her on piece emblem. Okay. Hydro damage bonus, and her feather was off piece. So now she's 3-piece emblem. Crit rate 4 was crit rate 111.4, and now it's 108.9. Crit rate? Also, that sounds terrible, man. Why would you ever do something like that? That's terrible. Like, never sacrifice. And that's why I keep so many artifacts locked. Because, like, even... Okay, so you guys aren't seeing it, but... Right? That's why I keep so many artifacts locked. Even ones that I probably haven't used in 3 years. Just so I have options. $22 hours, so that's 8:41 tomorrow. All right, all good. Now I'm stuck farming emblem and strongboxing. Oh man, that sounds awful. I'm sorry to hear that, man. But you should take this as an opportunity to learn, right? You should take this as an opportunity to learn. Never ever fodder the pieces that you're actually using. Wow, I've only been going for an hour. I'm already done I'm already on the 3rd account. Well, if that's the case, that means, I guess, takes me about half an hour to do weeklies on each account. I was blessed with 1 hydro damage bonus. But what did Hoyo have to do to me? It had Death Ox. Oh man, it sounds like the worst case scenario actually happened. You know, that seems to happen in Genshin a lot more often than the best case scenario. Like, to the point that it almost feels rigged. I generally don't like throwing out that word, rigged. That, you know, claiming that Hoyo's RNG is rigged. But it's hard not to. It's really hard not to say that their RNG is rigged. Floor 12 is still the last one, or did they add the new Abyss thingy? No, they're adding it in July. Because remember, Abyss now resets once a month. Right? So it's gonna alternate. Abyss will now be in the middle of the month, and then the new endgame thing will be at the beginning of the month. So this Abyss, yeah. If I don't know, right? I know that's exactly how I felt. I was like, oh man, the one thing in Genshin that there's a bunch of other stuff that I like in Genshin, but like that's where I get to do it the most, right? And that's combat. The one place in Genshin that I get to do as much as I want of the thing that I like doing in Genshin now only resets once a month. I mean, sure, I guess I could still go in there anytime I want to, but like going in there for just for fun? Nah, screw that. I'm still not sure how I feel about the new endgame thing that they explained. It sounded like it was yeah, it's combat, but it also sounded like it was closer to like these combat events that they give us, but have trial characters. So because they're trial characters, that means those trial characters are unlikely to be very good, which means the combat content in the new endgame thing is probably not very challenging, especially if you have your own characters. If you have the characters that they're allowing to play. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm just getting the feeling that this new endgame thing might end up feeling very similar to the combat events that they've been giving us. I can't do floor 11. The Layla protection thing is so annoying. It is, right? I was kind of annoyed by it either. Yeah, I was kind of annoyed by it too, because they all seem to target, or like if not all, then like most of them are going straight for the monolith. Nahida seems to do really well. Like Nahida, a team with Nahida seems to do really well against it. A team with Kazuha or a lot of Pyro or Venti. I have Venti, but I didn't use it. I don't have any of them. No Nahida, Kazuha, and Venti. Ugh. That sounds so painful. Wait, really? None of them? Absolutely none of them? They're all really good characters. How did you manage to miss all of them? Well, I guess except Venti. I guess Venti is still really good, but very situationally. Kind of like Beidou, I think. Wanted Nida, but I lost to 50-50, or I went broke. Ah, man. That sucks. No, I don't have Kujosari leveled on this account. Is she not C6 here? No, okay, that's why. Alright, alright. I wanted to run a hyper carry, right, in Shogun team.
Nanika you desu ka?
What should I be using? Man, official does so much damage in a Clorinde team. To the point that it almost official is like Nahida. Yeah, in an Electro team, official feels like a Nahida in a Dendro team. In a lot of Electro teams that do normal attacks, having Fischl feels like having Nahida in a Dendro team. I don't feel like Layla anymore, so I think I should I think I should change the stream title. Oh, I guess I can keep it. That is so copium. That could have been so good. Oh, this special. Okay.
借りなくと風を知れ。
悪を極め影を張り尽くす。影
風の赴くままに。
黒き翼よ。射撃準備。断罪のな。はっ、それ。
お道は。
はびこりなさい。私のお家にいらっしゃい。潔白を証明するとき。影を打つ。覚えたわよ。影の辛さが。だ。射撃準備。姿を見せ。風よ、
雲が借りなくと。
これこそが知恵の伝。悪を見極め影を張り尽くす。蒼天。
マイ
はびこりなさい。黒き翼よ。
怖いか。それとも恐怖を抱く勇気すらないか。
私のお家にいらっしゃい。
私と打ち合う気か。この燃え上がる炎で。
私は帰ってきた。
少しはまともになってきた。闇来たる破滅の時なり。カウントダウン開始だ。
手をつなぎましょう。
私と打ち合う気か。
私はい
いだろう。私に挑む資格を認めてやる。
Grinding Wuthering Waves. I don't know how to play Genshin anymore. Really? How's it feel like, man? Probably. Is it because of the high
善意
speed?
を焼き尽くした刃。
combat just feels a lot faster.
Todokeru to ii!
Here,
Yeah.
it just feels like it's in slow motion.
Yeah.
I imagine that's probably how I'd be if I played with one and then came back to Genshin.
楽じゃ全ての始まりに過ぎぬ
I keep pressing the wrong buttons. I wonder if we'll ever get actual good artifacts in Genshin. I wonder if that day will ever come. I get the feeling that Hoyo doesn't want anyone getting perfect artifacts. Is they just want to keep us chasing the carrot on the stick forever. I don't think so. Hey, what's up, Zaelos? Long time no see, man. How you been? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they don't want to. I'm pretty sure they don't want anyone, not even the Giga Whales, to have perfect artifacts. Because once somebody has perfect artifacts, that's it. They'll stop chasing the carrot on the stick because they got the carrot. The flower thing again. Sorry, Hu Tao's what was that again? This thing, I believe. Allies party. No, not this thing. Where is that flower thing? I think that was this Blood Blossom. Yeah, Blood Blossom. I just saw it do 38k. And kill the narwhal. That was weird. Kamiharu Zuya, what's up, man? How's it going? What server you play on? I'm on the NA server, man. I'm on the NA server. Hence why my very high ping. Well, not very high, but high ping. But yeah. You know, plus the fact that I'm not physically located in NA, but I'm playing on the NA server, so you know, there's that. I've been playing Wuthering Waves. Oh, okay. How is the grass on the other side of the fence, man? How's the grass over there on the other side? Yikes. Been really addictive. Oh, all right. I'm glad you're having fun, man. Can you review my characters? That depends, man. If it's actually a review and like you just need someone's opinion, or if you're flexing, that depends. Wow, 19% crit, huh? I mean, I've never seen an artifact have 20+% crit, so this might be a first time. Yeah, wow. Wow. Do I even throw this away? I don't even know if I should throw this away now. Eight, 5-4. I guess this is an Asia server. Sure. I'll check it out on Enka. Their battle pass and events give a guaranteed artifact element of your choice. Wow. That's awesome. Just a way for you to eventually get the carrot on the stick. Right? Because like in Genshin, there's no way, like the stick is just eternally on the stick. Or sorry, the carrot. I mean, I'm gonna lock this thing. The 25% attack cheese. Yeah, the carrot will be just forever on the end of the stick that we will never reach in Genshin. At least, like, nice thing about that, there's a way to guarantee it, right? Might take a while, but at least there's a way to guarantee it. Okay, give me a sec. Let's see. Kamiharu. Alright, sorry. It's taking me a while to remember. I'm not very good at remembering names. AR55. Okay, not a new player, but also not a very long time player. Yoimiya, Raiden Shogun, Shangling. Okay, so this is a pretty good example of an account that certainly needs the review. It's not bad. Like you certainly look like you know what you're doing. But just give me a sec to finish up. This is the last boss fight. This is the last weekly thing that I gotta do. So just give me a sec for this, and then I'll actually put your account up on the screen. Oops. playing Among Us. You know, I think Among Us is actually one of those games that's actually good. That I think has just fallen out of the I guess relevance in terms like social media relevance. Among Us and let's see, what's the other one? Fall Guys. Yeah, Among Us and Fall Guys, I think are some of the more unique games that we've gotten in the past. Yeah, in the past like maybe 5 years. All right. Okay. So Kamiharu, you still here, man?
星とし無事今日の
Kamiharu Zuya, you still on? You still here, man?
もし荒滝派が何か問題を起こしたら、あいつらを引っ張ってでも謝りに行くよ。面倒事があれば私に直接言うといい。解決してやる。
I mean, I can't review an account whose owner isn't even here, so I guess that account review is forfeit.
もう一度お試しください。
Oh my god. What is this account, man? I just realized. So, I just realized. Okay, you look at his Yomiya, and it's like, it's normal. Okay, I'm gonna show it on the screen anyway. Alright, you look at his Yomiya, and you're like, okay, alright, 4 Shiminawa, good, good. Right main stats, sure. You know, crit ratio is a little on the sus side. But okay, Hamayumi, all right. Sounds like you look like, you look like you know what you're doing. And then you look over to Raiden Shogun, and you look at the ratios, and you're like, all right. ER is a bit on the low side, but okay. Overall, not terrible, not terrible. Crit rate as well on the low side, sure. But then, okay, you look at the weapon, and you're like, okay. Crit rate weapon, sure. I guess. Alright. Probably was trying to pull it for, wait, what was the other weapon on the banner? Who was it again? Arlecchino and...
面倒事があれば私に直接言うといい。解決してやる。
Arlecchino. Linny. Okay. So why would he even be trying to get... Oh, maybe he was trying to get the first great magic for Yoimiya. Maybe he was trying to get
もし荒滝派が
Linny's
何か
bow
問題を起こしたら
for
あい
Yoimiya.
つらを引っ張ってでも謝りに行くよ
I did it in one try. Grizzly Cake Freeze and second half. Oh, Grizzly Freeze second half with the same aggravate Lisa first half. Oh my god, really? Wow, that's crazy, dude. How long did it take you, man? Yeah, so I don't know. Like, it looks like he was trying to get the first great magic, but ended up getting 2 copies of Crimson Moon Semblance. Because he also has Crimson Moon Semblance on Shangling. Oh man. Okay, at the very least, it's not a bad pole arm. Oh, poor guy. I know, right? I mean, at least it's not a bad pole arm, right? At least it's not like the last time the Jade Cutter was here. Hang on. Jade Cutter. Jade Cutter? Okay. So the last time the Jade Cutter was here. Okay. So this one was kind of okay. The key's not a bad weapon. It's actually pretty good on obviously Nilu. It's actually pretty good on Kuki as well. Pretty good on Kuki. Pretty good on who else? I remember there was like one character that was really good. That was pretty good on too. So okay, but then the last time it was here, Kagura's Very. Okay, Kagura's Very, pretty good stat stick. But then like what catalyst user wants crit? Right? that doesn't need ER. Yamiko, and then who else? Okay, and then the one before that. The one before that though. This is this is a banner for all time. Now that's a banner for all time. Bro's about to turn every polearm user's death. Oh yeah, the bonded life thing. Right, Liam. Liam. I have no words. Okay, right, so the last time Jade Cutter was here. Unfortunately. It claimed one more victim. The last time Jade Cutter was here? It unfortunately claimed one more victim. And guess what? No Jade Cutter. Do you want to see my Yelan that I broke? May kill you. Sure. Let's have your UID, man. I mean, the owner of this account didn't really, just came in here. Hey, can you give me a can you review my account? Here's my UID. See ya, bye. I was thinking, just now, I was thinking about, Crimson Moon Semblance, and, I was also thinking about Arlecchino, And then a character that's very similar to Arlecchino, which is Divillet. Right, where in a lot of cases, like a character like Raiden Shogun, right? A character like Raiden Shogun or Nahida, right? Or even Kazuha. These are characters that we typically, or even Furina, Yelan, these are characters that we typically kind of don't really care about their signature weapons very much. Especially on some of them, because some of them, their signature weapons are more like whale weapons, and then we kind of mostly care more about their C1 and C2, right? So overall, you kind of want like 3 5-stars in the end, right? You want the C0 copy, and then a character like Yelan or Naida, you want a character like Yelan or Raiden Shogun or Nahida, you want C0, C1, and of course C2, which is crazy. But you kind of don't really care about the weapon very much. So overall, you want 3 5-stars. C0, C1, and C2. But on a character like Divillet, you kind of don't really care much about C2. Like, I mean, sure, that's also a lot of damage, but C1 is like even at C0 they already do pretty good damage, and C1 just makes it better and way more comfy to play. And the weapon, their signature weapon, gives them a lot of damage, and it's the same thing with Arlecchino as well. Right, so they're, at least with these two characters. Oops. They seem to have switched, I guess, strategies. Instead of making people want to pull for C1 and C2, and then completely ignore the weapon, they seem to be wanting people, they seem to be trying to incentivize us to pull for C0 and maybe C1 as well. Or C0 and the weapon. What does C2 even do? Like, okay, C1 value increased. Increase is sorry. Further enhance the value, increase 100%. Wow, that's a lot more Red Death thing. Arlecchino's interruption resistance increased when she performs normal charge attacks while affected by the Master of Death. Nice. Alright, so more damage, and potentially more normal attacks that are infused. What does C2 do? When first applied. Oh. Okay. Arlecchino absorbs such a dew, unleashes Bale's Moon. 900%. Oh my god. Okay, that's actually pretty good. It's more like a showcase thing, though. As AoE pyro damage, increasing all her all elemental resistance and physical resistance by 20% for 15 seconds. Oh, this is actually more of a survival. Or I mean, there's the damage thing, but like more or less a survival constellation. Once every 10 seconds, you must first unlock passive. Okay, wow, that's pretty cool. $42 crit damage. Jeez. Increase crit damage of charged attack. Okay, so crit damage of charged attack. It doesn't actually increase your stats. Onoko, you never gave me your UID.
心がひるんでいるといくら剣を振ろうともまるで鞘に収まったままかのように誰も切ることはできない。
Oh, you did? Oh no, it's YouTube. YouTube probably filtered it out. Yeah, cause no, I don't see anything. Like, try and put dots in between the numbers. Yeah, try and put dots in between the numbers. Yeah, because it's a 9-digit number, right? Like, there are so many valuable 9-digit numbers. Like, some phone numbers are 9 digits. Social security numbers are 9 digits. I'm guessing that YouTube's like their chat moderation, like their auto chat moderation thing, it's probably programmed to like auto erase messages like that. Yeah, try and put dots in between the numbers. Is it there? Nope. Don't see any numbers. I'll try Burn Melt in the first half now. Did I finish Ryo Freesley? On the second half. Put dots in between? Try commas. How did the other guy earlier do it? How did he share his UID? Yeah, so he used commas. Okay, yeah, try commas. Try commas, because like a comma, I imagine, probably isn't filtered out. Because commas are used in large numbers, right? Or like, oh yeah, there it is, yep. Yeah, because commas are used in large numbers, so I imagine they probably wouldn't program that YouTube's auto moderation thing to take out numbers like these, because this is just as far as they're concerned, it's just a big number. Okay, Yelon. I feel a little weird now. Oh man, you're AR56 already, man. How time flies, right? 110. Okay, you were serious about having over 100 crit rate. What is up with this, man? Like, why? Also, why are your talents level 6? What is up with this? I mean, it's still good. Right? Your goblet's still pretty good, but I guess it's not on field anymore. Or sorry, on field. On set. Don't... Okay, well, you're gonna have to swap your feather out. Too lazy to farm. I mean, you're already farming artifacts, man. You might as well farm resin stuff. You know, just go look up Genshin Ascension Tracker, right? Just go look up Genshin Ascension Tracker, and then like, you'll get to this. And try. Well, obviously, don't run it incognito because it's not gonna save whatever you put in here. But like, just I don't know, do this, right? What's your 466? 88, I think. Yeah, 88 out of 90. Right, let's say you want to level her to... Can I not type? Oh, I can do this. Sure. Right, and then 4. No. You only wanted to go to 4. You have it at 6 and 6, but you wanted to take it all the way to 9. And then that's it. You'll get exactly how much you need.
ほとんどのものは破れ、残りも皆自ら投降した。負けたこと？
And then of course you have to input in how much you have. Here, I'll input in mine. XP books. 9, 7, 5, 5, 6, 3, 9, 7. Four, 8, 5, 7, 3, 7, 4. Okay. That number looks ridiculous. What is this again? Oh yeah, that's right. Fatui insignias. 1, 260, 2672. Prosperities. And this isn't even okay. Her talent books aren't even very hard to farm. They're the ones from Liyue. The domain, like that is probably my favorite talent book domain to farm. One of my favorites. One of my most favorites. Yeah, 5, 34, 147. And then weekly boss mats. 30, 32, 14. Okay, then this immediately tells me that I just gotta farm 12 of these. And it even shows me here, like when I should be farming. Oh, that means today. Okay, and I can change which server it's on. It's really good. What if I'm still trying to stay in the 100% crit rate zone? I mean, like, farming for talent books doesn't affect your crit rate, man. Well, I guess, let me see, your ER though. Ugh. Oh, man. Oh. You don't even have C1. Oh, man. Ugh. How do you live with this? This is so painful. Like, it's breaking my heart how much ER this has. You're not on Favbo. You have very low ER. And you don't even have C1. This is heartbreaking, man. Yeah, you did warn me. Yeah, you did warn me. But hey, sometimes it's nice to actually feel something, right? Whether it's a good feeling or a bad feeling. Sometimes it's just good to feel something rather than to just not feel anything for forever. You need to sacrifice half of that crit rate for crit damage and ER, sadly. I mean, the crit ratio looks amazing, right? Well, okay. Ideally, crit damage could be higher, especially with when you got so much crit rate. If you could sacrifice that 10 crit rate for 20 crit damage, that would be perfect. You'd be at 100 to 165. But your ER, man, your ER. So if you're running her solo hydro in like a hyper bloom, you know, like the typical hyper bloom team that I have. Yeah, in this kind of hyper bloom team. Okay, I'll do my Nahida E on everyone, Yelan E, and then Q, Kuki E, and then I'll be on Alhaitham. by the time that I go back to Yelan, my energy will probably still be like here, like 25%, and then I'll probably have to stay on Yelan for quite a bit. Like I'll have to wait for her E to cool down, and then wait for her to catch the particles, and then swap over to my other character, and then do my business over there, and then swap back to Yelan, press E, and then catch her particles, and then I'm gonna have to do it even another time, maybe even 2 more times. I run her with Raiden, which is probably worse. I mean, Raiden's certainly gonna help out with the energy, but what team even is that? What is that team? A Raiden hyper carry? Just finished Abyss. No sweat. Raiden's still on top. Oh, she definitely is. Yep, she definitely is. Especially if you have C2 or even C3. Man, Raiden just like, it's hard to explain, but like having Raiden C2 and engulfing, enemies kind of feel like if enemies feel like they're naked. Like it feels like you're, yeah, it feels like you are, like you have a samurai and you're cutting someone like that's completely naked. No armor, no clothes, nothing to get caught in. Raiden, Navia, Yelan, Jean. Raiden. What? Okay, Jean is more like a come and go character. Press E, press Q, done. Yelan, press E, press Q, done. And then you, sorry, no, you burst on Navia first. No, E on Raiden, burst on Navia, Yelan EQ, Jean EQ, Navia E, and then normal attack a couple times, Navia E, and then burst on Raiden? Is that how this team goes? That's a very long rotation though. Well, I guess it's kind of okay because Navia doesn't really have very long field time. Same with Raiden. My sweet Raiden stats: 60 crit, 170 crit damage, 282 ER. Is that with the catch? If that's with the catch, I think that's just it's the sweet spot. But if that doesn't, that's not with the catch, then well, again, this is best in slot. I see. Okay, yeah, this is more subjective thing, I guess, because it's already a really good build. I just prefer the more consistent crits than bigger numbers. But 60 is okay too. 60 is at least like the borderline minimum acceptable endgame crit rate for most characters. For Eula, 100% is the minimum acceptable crit rate for Eula. Navia casually pops out 100Ks, then goes out. Well, that's if she crits. That is true. I hit more crits with 60 than 70. I don't know. That's so weird. I totally get that feeling, but I don't remember ever feeling like that in Genshin. But I remember experiencing that in Flife. Like, I remember swapping out my different builds and swapping out my different items. And I remember this once or twice, I tried out a build that had slightly lower crit rate than the other.
いくら剣を振
And
ろう
it
とも
felt like I was
ま
critting
るで
more.
鞘に収まったままかのように誰も切ることはできない。
Oh man, she crits all the time. I wish Eula could never. Eula could never. Oh, speaking of Eula, no. All of a sudden I had the urge to use Eula. And then I just realized, no, this abyss is not one of the abysses that Eula is made for. Eula could never, I swear. Man, it feels so bad. Like, Eula... I think...
決闘では様々な敵と戦ってきた。ほとんどの者は敗れ、残りも皆自ら投降した。負けたことないな。決闘は意志の戦いであり、剣は決闘者の心だ。心がひるんでいると、いくら剣を振ろうとも、まるで鞘に収まったままかのように、誰も切ることはできない。
When did I mute my mic? When did I mute my mic? I don't remember muting my mic. Anyway, I said hello to you, Blob, and apparently I somehow touched the mute button on my mic. Anyway, I haven't seen you in a while, man. How's it going? Also, I asked... I heard someone... I mentioned someone earlier came into chat saying he heard a rumor that Yelan was going to be rerunning in 4.8. Have you guys heard any rumors about who's rerunning in 4.8? I'm pulling for Furina. Oh, I think that's a pretty good choice, Bob. Especially, I mean, even if you don't currently have a good, what's the word I'm looking for? A good, like, team-wide healer. Yeah, I still think it's really good because sooner or later you might get one.
決闘では様々
Like
な敵
Yelon,
と戦っ
Emily,
て
and
き
two
た
other people.
ほとんどの者は敗れ残りも
I think Nahida was in there
自
too.
ら投降した
Nahida? Didn't we just get a Nahida rerun?
負けたこと
Oh no, no. What am I thinking? Banner history. Let's see. Okay, so no, it wasn't Nahida. It was Baiju. I don't know why, but I feel like we just got Nahida. 4.4. I mean, yeah, no. I mean, like, okay, it's not very recently. But 4.4? Me waiting for special passion? Alright, bye. Okay, hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit, Jelly. Take care, man. I have to go already, bye. Alright, hey, thanks for stopping by, Blob. Take care, man. Yelon. When was Yelon last year? 4.0. Certainly due for a rerun, but chronologically, I think there are characters that haven't had a rerun in much longer. How about Albedo? When was Albedo last here? 4.5. Oh, that was the thing. The whatever this thing was called. I forgot what this thing was called. The special banner.
私はフォンテーヌの法律と規則を代表しているんだ
Yeah, the third banner. I forgot. Like it had a special name to it. Next lantern, right? We should get a 5-star selector. I highly doubt that. Yeah, I highly doubt Hoyo would get off their high horse just to, you know, to get mud in their boots. Get mud in their boots and then come talk to the commoners. No. They could never, yep.
剣は決闘者の心だ心がひるんでいるといくら剣を振ろうとも
Ito 4.5. What characters? Hang on, let's try. Genshin, longest, running, no rerun, 5-star. Nahida, oldest rerun banner. When is this? The 2023, okay. June 2024. 代理人の職を預かっている以上、私自身の意見は重要じゃない。Okay, I guess it's not gonna be that easy to look that up. Wander, Chiori, Ito, just got a rerun. Eula in this special banner thing. Okay, I guess technically Albedo got a rerun. 4-star selector is the best they could give. That's absolutely true. Nibilet, Kazuha, Zhanyun, Zhao, Yamiko, Yoimiya, Furina. Have we had? Okay, so no, Furina is rerunning. I was about to ask, have we had a Furina rerun yet? And like, she's literally coming in the second half of this patch. Of course, only Liwe 4 stars. Wuwa and HSR. Well, the weird thing is too is like HSR is their own game, right? It's from the same exact company. I understand that there's talks. People are saying that HSR is run by a different guy than whoever's running Genshin. But it's just kind of weird that they're both from the same company and they have vastly different mentalities when it comes to generosity. Hey, what's up, Zoro? I'm all right, man. How about you? How's your day, man? How you doing? Can you predict which 4-stars are gonna come in the future banner? Oh man, I wish I was smart enough to do content like that. If I was smart enough to do content like that, I would have done it way back then. I remember Seka used to do that a lot. Seka Poco. It was like predictions plus predictions, but at the same time, like a little wink. You know, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Sometimes, but not all the time. Furina banner, not a future banner? No, I don't think I could ever make predictions like that, man. Because they seem to rerun both 5 stars and 4 stars according to like what event story quest is like will be available when the banner is in whatever banner. And obviously that can be anything. Now granted, if I actually took note of what's the word, what holidays or like what festivals happen in each respective region and when they happen, what part of the year they happen, then I might be able to come up with like a better with an okay prediction. But because I don't really keep track of that stuff, then no, I can't. I just hope Chevreuse official comes. Chevreuse, I'm trying to think about it like team synergy wise and story wise. So Chevreuse kind of makes sense because like they're both from Fontaine and they have been in story quests before. If I am remembering this correctly, there was the last Yoimiya rerun. We had an event where the event story quest had Chevreuse and Furina in it. But of course, Chevreuse wasn't on the banner, but they could have put her on the banner. Official though, I'm having a hard time finding a way to put them together. Official and Furina. What about my Yelan again? Sure, they're still here. Let's try and refresh. No, it hasn't refreshed, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to wait a bit for it to refresh. It's Male Wife Monday, by the way. Let's talk about Toma. Male Wife Monday? What is that? Do I replace the feather? Oh, you're asking, okay. Minus 17. I mean, I would say yes. But I know you have your thing about wanting to stay at 100 crit rate, so it's up to you. 93 is clearly not 100, so you know. I know. Oh, Ayato, I think. No, Ayato in 4.2. Billet. Risley has not had a rerun, I believe. Yeah, has not had a rerun. Venti 4.1. Linny. Yelan, okay. Yelan 4.0. Zhongli. Tartaglia. Eula in 3.8. Klee. Kokomi. Wander, okay. Literally got a rerun. Azwa Alhaitham right now running. Yoimiya, Yaimiko, Baiju, Ganyu. Oh wow. Ganyu, huh? 3.6. Okay. Ganyu 3.6. Nilu 3.6. Shenhe in 3.5. Kaching rerun when? Because I'm gonna farm for real a feather with 20 crit rate and see if I get 7% crit rate. Feather with 20% crit rate. Oh my god. Dude, if only there was a way, like, if only Genshin's artifact substat system was like skill based, or at least partially skill based, instead of completely RNG based, I would be a lot happier with the state of Genshin's artifact system. If it was even partially skill based, or even if it wasn't skill based, and just like if there was just a way to guarantee the quality of an artifact, even like I wouldn't even mind if it was like an insane amount of grinding or something. I would wait. But because there's no way to guarantee the quality of an artifact in Genshin, that's like one of the worst parts of the game, I think. One of the parts of the game that I hate the most. I found out the theories for the banners. Only OG players will know Kaching had a banner. What's... I'm sure that's the case. Yeah. Nobody even talks about it anymore. Nobody even memes about it anymore, I think. Navya, Yalan, Nilu. Nilu, okay. Navya, Yalan, Nilu. Okay, Navya. Navya had a rerun in... or was released in 4.3. And has not had a rerun. Shenhe is way overdue for a rerun though. I meant 20 crit damage. So 17 crit rate. Okay. I mean, sure, it's up to you. Like if you can somehow manage to do it, that'd be great, because like right now you're overcapped by 10 crit rate, which is essentially 20 crit value. Right? So that 10 crit rate could have been 20 crit damage. Yeah, so Shenhe certainly... How about a Dia rerun? How about a Dia rerun? That's she hasn't had a rerun. Shenhe certainly overdue for a rerun. Yelan. Okay, that's another Yelan. Alhaitham, Zhao. Ayato. Raiden Shogun. What's her name? Raiden, okay.
剣は決闘者の心だ。心がひるんでいると、いくら剣を振ろうとも、まるで鞘に収まったままかのように、誰も切ることはできない。
Ito Yaimiko. Yaimika was in 4.4, okay. Kalia, Yomiya, Nahida, Nilu, Albedo, Lino. Tainari. How about Tainari? A Tainari rerun. You know, if we ever get a Tainari rerun, I might actually be tempted to pull for Hunter's Path. Maybe. Maybe. Kazuha. Yelan. I guess now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I guess Hoyo has done an okay job. Not a terrible job of rerunning characters. Well, except for Eula. who went for like how long was Eula? How long did Eula go without a rerun? Ayaka 400 days. Eula though. Who had a rerun a year later. Eula fans had to wait over 500 days
ほとんどのものは破れ
for her banner to
自
return.
ら投降した負けたこと
Ugh.
ないな
I do remember there was quite a wait for an Ayaka rerun. Yeah, I do remember that too. Ayaka, there was a bit of talk about Ayaka not getting a rerun for quite a long time. I guess at this point, that is Shenhe. Yeah, I guess at this point, Shenhe hasn't had, it is like the longest running no rerun. Not of all time, but currently. Because when was it? Like before 4.0? Yeah, there it was. 3.5, the middle of Sumeru. And right now we're about to finish Fontaine and still no Shenhe banner. Hey, what's up, Gulshan? How you doing, man? I guess it makes sense. Like I understand that they don't want to rerun Shenhe. What about Wander? Wander got a rerun recently with Baiju.
私自身の意見は重要じゃない剣がこの手にある限り私はフォンテーヌの法律
Yeah,
と
there
規
it
則を
was.
代
Like
表してい
just
るんだ
last patch with Baiju. Me? I'm alright, man. I'm alright. I'm just happy that I got to stream today. Yeah, I get that. It was like just one version ago, and that I got a rerun. Why is your PC not okay? My PC not okay? What do you mean? Why is my PC not okay? How is my PC not okay? Like you said, you're lucky that you got to stream. No, not lucky. I said happy. I'm happy I got to stream because, I was contemplating on whether I should stream tonight or not. Because there really wasn't anything to do. The only reason why I even streamed is because it's Monday and I get to do weeklies. And even with weeklies and 3 accounts to do weeklies on, I finished all of them in an hour and a half. And it would have been awkward to end a stream at 90 minutes. Thankfully, there's still a bunch of stuff to talk about, I guess. Yeah, I guess it also made sense that they didn't want to rerun Eula for a very long time. And same with Ayaka. Because, well, Ayaka is definitely one of the strongest characters in the game, especially burst-wise. Freeze just does not have a Freeze just is not having a good time in the meta right now, and like even the DPSs are not having a good time. Even Ganyu, who's like usable in a non-freeze team. That would be way worse for a freeze support, aka Shenhe.
まるで鞘に収まったままかのように誰も切ることはできない
Can you read my account? I'm kind of a beginner player. Like it's been, I guess, 2 months, 3 months, I guess. Sure. Just drop your UID, man. Also, make sure to type your UID like you would type a number in the 100 millionths place. Like put commas every 3 numbers, because YouTube seems to not show numbers very well. Like they seem to erase numbers. I'm just guessing it's like a security thing. Question marks work. What is this UID, man? You just so happen to have the worst number. Unless if you're not superstitious, then I guess that's fine. Okay. You said 2 or 3 months? AR-52 in 2 or 3 months? Ah, you've been playing pretty actively. Yeah, you've been playing pretty actively. Alright. Attack, okay. Your, Arlecchino, okay, so you certainly look like you know what you're doing. Yeah, you certainly know, like, look like you know what you're doing. White tassel, crit rate, I think on the lower end, but 65 is fairly usable. Yeah, fairly usable, especially with 200 crit damage, so very acceptable. Your Xingqiu though, 232 ER. Okay, well that's good. That's actually really good that you really focused on ER, because that's sort of like whether Xingqiu does damage or not. It does matter, sure, but then if he does damage but doesn't do his job, then he doesn't do damage. Period. And by does his job, I mean like bursting every rotation. So, okay, you clearly know exactly what you're doing. Well, yeah, and you clearly know who to build. Oh, not C4, man. That's kind of, that sucks. You just need one more constellation on that Shangling, man, to make it so much better. How to calculate CV? People say I have this CV artifact and that CV artifact, but I don't know what is CV. Okay, so CV is the abbreviation for crit value, and if you'll notice, if we look at artifacts, artifact main stats rather. Come on, where's my cursor? There. All right. So if we look at, let's say the circlet, right? Obviously, this on the circlet. You can get a circlet that has, a 5. If you have a 5-star circlet, you can get a circlet that has crit damage as its main stat. And if it's a 5-star, you take it all the way to 20. You can get up to 62.2 crit damage. But if you have a crit rate circlet, you can only go up to 31.1 crit rate, which is exactly half of a crit damage circlet. And it is the exact same thing for substats as well. Substats a little harder to find because substats also have high rolls and low rolls, such as, let me see, can I find one that has 3.9? Oh, here, okay. Right, so like here, for example, I have a 3.9 crit rate roll, but that is the highest crit rate substat roll that you can get. But the highest crit damage roll that you can get, if I can find one. I don't think I'm gonna find one. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm certainly not finding one. But so the highest crit damage roll that you can get in a single roll is 7.8, which is exactly double of the highest crit rate roll. So people have decided, the community has decided, and the theory crafting community has also decided that crit value is a one-way, like is a way to describe how much crit your character or your artifact has, without having to always specify crit rate and crit damage. So what you do is you take your crit rate, you multiply it by 2, and then you add the result to crit damage. Such as, for example, this artifact, I have 11.3 crit rate, so I multiply that by 2, I have 22.6 plus 10.9, that is 23.5, 33.5. This is a 33.5 crit CV artifact. I play completely random. If I think this will work, then I will just put them in. I don't research that much. I have 135 CV. Is that good? Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm gonna assume that's on your Alikino here. Oh, this is pretty good. Hang on. This is like with 12.4. 12 plus 25. 37? Yeah, this one's 37 CV. Yeah, your flower is 37 CV. Recently got Alhaitham. Oh, okay. Clearly, I can't see all the characters on your account. And this is on the EU server. Okay, so no, yeah, even more so, I can't see anything anything else on your account. But, circular. Circlet, this thing. So okay, so people generally do not include the main stat when calculating the CV because the main stat is fixed. Like there's no changing the main stat as long as you level the artifact. The main stat, like how much stats it gives, is exactly gonna be that. So people only calculate substats when it comes to talking about CV. So this is just, this is crit damage. So this is a 34.2 crit CV circlet. Goblet on Shangling. No, she doesn't have a goblet. And even if you change it now, it's not gonna update because like Enka takes a while to update, I believe. Oh, Sands. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. Let's see. That's 8, 7.8, 36.5, 43.5. I don't know. It's late, man. Don't make me do math. It's midnight. Please don't make me do math at midnight. But yeah, it's good. It's good. It's a EM though, and you are. All right. I mean, you're not too far off on ER. How's your? One six. Okay. I was thinking like I was about to say like how do you have 164 ER with like nothing else, with not even an ER? Okay. Yeah, I guess that's because of the catch. But ideally though, you certainly want to aim for maybe 200 or 210 ER or higher. 210 or 230 even, just to make it super comfy on Shangling. Yeah. Anyway, best of luck for when you get your C4 Shangling. C4 certainly way better than non-C4. She's the best I got. She's certainly going to carry your account well into forever. Because Arlecchino right now is one of the best on-field DPSs in the game. So along the lines of Nivelette, even Alhaitham is one of them, yeah. So once you build your Alhaitham, now like unfortunately, Arlecchino is more highly regarded as, more highly regarded than a character like Alhaitham, because Arlecchino kind of doesn't really need that much support, whereas Alhaitham, you need to build him, but without an Electro character, he doesn't without doing spread, he doesn't really do that much. And it's just you need a lot. You need a proper team around Alhaitham, like for example, a Hyper Bloom team, with Nahida, and like if you got Nahida C2, even better, right? So like Alhaitham's damage ceiling is you can get close to it even without like all the other pieces on your account to get close to it, but you won't ever reach it without the other pieces, like if you don't have a Nahida. You don't have Nahida and Kuki. Oof, man. Okay, well, I mean, it's not a very old account, so sooner or later you will get her. It's just that it's gonna be a painful journey until then. Also, you are okay. So you are now in the process of building a lot of your characters, right? And I certainly remember being AR-52, especially AR-52 on my second and third accounts. Because on my main account, when I got to AR-52, I kind of still didn't have an idea what I was doing. But on my second and third accounts, I knew what I was doing, especially on my third account. So by the time that I got to AR-52, I sort of realized, like, wow, AR-52 sounds like a big number and you're very close to 60, but it's actually still so far away from 60. You, like, AR-52 is, like, the part where you have one good team. Not even a whole team. Like, you just have one good DPS and, like, I guess adequate supports for them, and that's it. But you're still farming for everyone, and you just have one character that's built, and that clearly looks like where you're at right now. So okay, why am I mentioning this? Okay, so CV, right? Like, you hear people very painful journey. Yeah, like you hear people often talk about CV, right? Like, CV this, CV that. Like, even on your Arlecchino, you have a pretty good CV on her, right? And at some point you're gonna do that with your Shangling too. So it's the same thing with Alhaitham as well, right? The nice thing about Alhaitham is okay, let's go over here, right? So his mirror projection attacks, they scale so heavily. Like, they do scale off of attack too, sure, but they scale so much more heavily from EM that having a low base attack weapon does not harm you very much. So I would recommend just go for Harbinger of Dawn for now. Just keep as many copies of Harbinger of Dawn as you can for now, because this gives you so much crit value. Now, crit value is not the end all be all, but when you are below a certain threshold of crit value on a character, that character remains unusable. Like, even if you have all the other stats, right? Like on a Shangling, for example. Where's Shangling? Right, on a Shangling, for example, right? So if I had all the perfect stats that I could want, like I had 4 emblem, all the other non-crit stats, right? I have 4 emblem, I have an EM, I have an EM sands, right? And I had all that stuff, but I had like 25 crit rate and 60 crit damage, some crazy like that. But I had like 300 EM, and I had like 1800 attack, and a pyro damage goblet. It would still be useless. So you still, like, even though crit value is not the only thing you should be chasing after when building a character, especially in the earlier days, you should chase after CV until you get to a certain amount of crit rate and crit damage. So in crit rate, for example, Alhaitham. So I don't have Alhaitham on the field right now, so I'm not getting the 28 crit rate from this passive. But this plus 28 would be what is that? 96, 20. 80, yeah, 96, right? So I'd be at 96, 198, and that is because of how much crit this gives, like 46 crit. Now, granted, you don't have Kuki Shinobu yet, but you could use some other healer, Granted, you have to stay above 90% crit HP to get this 28% crit rate. But as long as you can, if you can do that, then that's it. Free 28% crit rate. So, good luck. But for now, I would highly recommend Harbinger Dawn because it'll just give you a much easier time building your Alhaitham for now, while you are still very strapped for resin. Does Dory heal off field? I'm so sorry, Goshan. I've never used Dory before. I did study Dory's kit. When she was released, I spent time like reading through all of these. Not those. Reading through all of these, and then like I just remember nothing because I'd never used her.
決闘では
About 60 fragile resin for savings. I'm going to use them when I think I need them. I would recommend saving at least a couple. Right? Like save at least 10 to 20 at all times. No, I mean like not save, but like keep at least 10 to 20 on your account at all times. And those are just for like emergencies, you know, like for example, a new character comes out and then you just so happen to pull for them, but you forgot to pre-farm for them. You forgot to farm for their ascension materials early. So having that extra 10, like always having that 10 to 20 fragile resins makes it so that like you could just farm them a lot faster than you would just waiting for your resin to refresh. Yeah, I've been sorry, excuse me. I've been playing this game for quite some time already, and I'm at the point where I'm fairly happy with the state of my characters, like their stats and their builds. So, and I have enough variety in my team building. Enough of a variety. This is not my main account. This is my second account. So I have fewer characters here than on my main account. But I have enough of a variety when it comes to team building archetypes that I won't really have any issues with like having enemies that are immune to a certain to one of my teams or having high resistance to one of my teams. And many of them are built well enough that I can pretty much clear any content in the game. And so at this point, yeah, I'm not even chasing after artifacts. So I've saved up on fragile resins because I just don't feel like I need to use them anymore. And I might as well see a big number here while I'm at it. Are singing Furina's theme. What's up, NPuke? I'm sorry, by the way. Is that how I'm supposed to read your name? Is that supposed to be Pug? 180 is all. Yeah, but that's because I don't think I'm not sure on the second account, but because my second account is pretty old too. I created this second account 1 month after my main account. And my main account is not a day one account, but it's I remember I counted the days. It was about 15 days after the Genshin released, and then I made my main account. I started playing the game, and then a month afterwards, I made this account. So I'm pretty sure I've already spent a few fragile resins, but probably less than 5. I'm pretty sure it's been less than 5. So all this fragile resin is like all the way back from the early days of Genshin. Give me all of them. Dies cause jelly. I mean, I'm pretty happy that Genshin doesn't have a trade system. I feel bad. Right? I feel bad because like I got all this Mora, all these XP books and stuff, but and like there's so many players out there that are so short on them that I wish I could just give a little bit of it away. But I'm also happy that they don't have a trade system, because if there was a trade system in Genshin, that would encourage so much hacking. That would that might actually incentivize people to like steal their friends' accounts. Like, no, I'm not just talking about like some stranger that, goes to the same school as you. Like, I'm talking about some friends that like might have been your best friend for the last 3 years. The reason I don't use my fragiles because if I go use them, I didn't get anything good. I will just go guilt trip myself. Oh, that's true. That's another reason why I have not used my fragile resin, because especially on artifacts, because artifacts are completely random. You could just waste like 10,000 resin and get nothing in return, because artifacts are completely random. Trust my friend, he actually has my account, and I also have his account. Yeah, like, and that's fine. That's good, right? That's good. But then, like, if there was a trade system, and what if you were a Giga Whale, like you had R5 C6 characters, right? And Genshin had a trade system. Your friend, like, if you had like a a douchebag of a friend, your friend could easily say, "Oh, you know what? I think it might have been because I logged in to your account at that sketchy computer shop, because I wanted to do dailies on your account. I wanted to do Abyss on your account. Maybe they had some kind of keylogger. Oh no, man, I'm so sorry." And then, like, he actually just went up and took all your stuff. And if there was a trade system, there will certainly be limits. That's true. That's true. I'm sure there would be. Yeah. Anyway, as for your account, like, I don't know, man. I don't know, Gulshan. It certainly sounds like you know what you're doing. You certainly seem to know exactly who to build. Like, for example, like, even something like this. Like, this is not like prioritizing ER on Xingqiu because you don't have enough stats to get you good stats, like good, a lot of attack, a lot of crit rate, a lot of crit damage. This is something that I would say someone who's just really smart, or someone who's well researched, or someone who's been playing this game for a long time would know to do this, like to sacrifice this and prioritize this. So yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like you don't really need any, I guess, tips from me, but I guess, but sure, I will share my opinions. But you certainly seem to know exactly what you're doing. So yeah, you're going in the right way, man. Just in case you're still not sure, you are going in the right direction. So just keep going. Genshin would never do this, because if they do, players would just give their second account and most materials they want. Yeah, oh, that's true. That's true. Yeah, people would make like multiple accounts and then like gift them all to one account. Actually, one of the few gamers who actually read what every start, I'm assuming this is stat, does, and what every skill needs. Yeah, but then like I did that. I did that 3 years ago, and it didn't work. Granted, I am an idiot, so that maybe that's why. Maybe that's why it didn't work. But yeah, you clearly know what you're doing. So yeah, if you want my opinion, I think you should just keep going the way you're doing things right now. Although we do have a Discord server, so and if it's in the link to it is in the description. All my videos, VODs, and streams, and independent message in most of my streams, on YouTube chat. Not all the time though. Sometimes I pin someone else in there. So if you want, like, if you're, if you at one point in the future need someone's opinion on something, just join over there. We have a need help channel. You're not good either. Yeah, you're not. You look okay. So you may not be. I'm doing air quotes, by the way. Good at video games, but you certainly are smart enough to figure out words, right? Way better, way better than I can. Cause like, if so, 3 years ago, when Genshin was new, if you gave me this, I might as well be playing on dial-up and internet speed, because there's no way I'm understanding all of this 3 years ago. Should I pull for the weapon? Sorry, whose weapon? Oh, you mean the weapon banner? This? Oh, Foliar Incision, you mean? I mean, I don't know how many primos you've saved up. So, if you have enough to guarantee the weapon, sure, I guess. But that's a lot of, that's a lot of wishes, because I'm sure you're, like you certainly know your way around descriptions, right? So very hard pity on the character banner is 180, and very hard pity on the weapon banner is 270. So on average, obviously, like, getting to very hard pity is not something that's easy to do, right? It takes a very special kind of bad luck to reach that. But on average, it's still a lot more wishes to get the guaranteed on which weapon you want versus what character you want. Because on a character banner, you get to your 5-star and you just have to win 50-50. And if you lose 50-50, your next 5-star is the one on the banner. But on the weapon banner, it's a 75-25. 75% chance it's one of these, and then 25% chance it's none of these. It's a 25% chance that it's a standard 5-star. But even if you win that 75-25, like that seems reasonable, right? 75% chance, that's basically 100. But then you now have to win 50-50 on which weapon you get. So yeah, it's a lot. It's a harder pill to swallow. I was trying to get sacrificial sword. For your Xingqiu, you mean? Okay. I think it's up to you. You did say you are planning on buying a Welkin. Now the Welkin, though, is not a lot of primos. It's very good value for primos. Yes, right? It's $5 for what is essentially, how much would that be worth in Genesis crystals? So if it's your first purchase, that would be like, how much is this? $30 worth of Genesis crystals. And if it's not your first purchase, that would be, how much is this? 60? No. I'm sorry. I'm math no good. Midnight. Yeah, that's 60. About $60 versus a Welkin, $5. Yeah, but again, you get it over 30 days, so it's not instant. So you don't get all the primos immediately. But I got Widsith, Stringless, Sacrificial. Widsith, Stringless, okay. Sacrificial, Claymore. Oh, wait a moment. Are you typing via audio? It sounds like you're typing via audio. Or like it looks like you're typing via audio. Claymore. Claymore and Claymore. Okay. But yeah, I get it. Claymore. Man, that's awful. I'm sorry to hear that. Claymore is not very useful. It's not bad. It's not a bad weapon. It's just not very useful because of the roster of Claymore characters that we have. Was a character. Character didn't get the sacrificial sword. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. I write what I pronounce. Oh wow, that's pretty cool. That's a neat ability. Okay, but yeah, I think I get it. Like I understand like how it's not gonna change much, but it is gonna change your experience in using your Xingqiu. Now, granted, Fab Sword. Do you have Fab Sword? Fab Sword is actually a very good alternative to Sack Sword, Pavonia Sword. If you have that, I think you should use that. Yeah, in fact, some theory crafters they think Favonia Sword is better than Sacrificial Sword on Xingqiu. Me on my second account on YouTube and Rayan. Hey, what's up, Rayan? Why are you on your second account today? How do you see it, Claymore or Claymore? Claymore, M-O-R-E. I don't have the weapon you mentioned. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too bad. Right. I totally understand why you want to pull for this banner. But I would still recommend thinking about whether you want to save your primos for a character. Yeah, for saving your primos for a character that you might want that is coming in the future. Like for example, Furina, pretty high value 5-star, and some people might want to pull for Furina. And you might want to pull for Furina too, but you won't be able to if you used up all your primos on trying to get Sacrificial Sword. And the problem with pulling on a weapon banner for a 4-star weapon is there's zero way to... it's just completely random. There's no pity. There's no pity system to guarantee which 4-star weapon you get. So you could, for all we know, you could roll a million wishes on this weapon banner and could... and there would be a chance that you would get 0 sacrificial swords. What do you think I made sapwood? I don't have the weapon you mentioned. Yeah, that was my guess when I saw when I saw you had sapwood. Should I go for Furina or Ayato? Any day, man. My objective side will never recommend Ayato over Furina. Always Furina, man. But again, that's up to me. Like that's according to my preferred playstyle as well. Some people really like Ayato's playstyle, so you might really like it. And if that's the case, then yeah, be subjective. As for me, I prefer to be more objective. It's me. I recently got a really bad character, which I hate by design. Who? Wow, that's surprising. You haven't even played this game for very long, and you already have a character you really hate. Bennett, what? Okay. That's alright. That's funny, actually, because I hear quite a few, not a lot, but quite a few players say that they don't like how Bennett looks. He straight up looks like an NPC. Yeah, like even in the early days of Genshin, there were quite a few people who really did not like Bennett's design. But sorry to burst your bubble, Gulshan. Bennett's one of the best characters in the game. Especially for your Arlecchino. Yeah, especially for your Arlecchino. And I mean, you even leveled him. You even oh my god, you have another sapwood plate. I'm so sorry, man. Oh, I'm so oh, that's awful, man. You had to make 2 sapwood blades. I mean, and you had to level them both too. Oh, that's awful. I don't know if his gameplay is worth it, so I'm in the middle. I'm just currently giving him anything to use. So the thing, okay. So Gulshan, I understand you don't like how Bennett looks. Sure, that's fine. That is a very subjective thing. That is on you. Not gonna let Bennett looks sweaty and smelly. Probably the reason why him and Razor are friends too. Oh no. You go Alhaitham or Furina? I don't know. I like them both. If you like them both the same, then Furina automatically wins because she is she is objectively better, and in your case, you subjectively like them both. So Furina already outweighs Ayato on the scale. But I like his voice line. Can't afford to have more bandages. Yeah, right. Okay, so sorry. I got cut off. So, Gulshan, the highest attack buff that you could get from Bennett, because if you read through his all right. So you did say you're new. I'm not sure if you would have noted, if you would have picked up on this small little detail. Where was it? Oh, here. Okay. Right. So they gain an attack bonus that is based on Bennett's base attack. So right, there's the word base there. But if you go into artifacts, there's no base here. It's just attack. Yo, Sleepy RJ. Hey, what's up, Bozan? I am actually sleepy. What's funny though is like I was sleepy when I started, and then I wasn't sleepy thanks to you guys, and then now I'm sleepy again. So it's just full circle. His base attack and his weapon, I guess. Yes, that's exactly right. Trouble of building him. Yeah, and the thing with that is the only way to get attack, to increase his attack buff is with a high base attack weapon, which as of now that is at 674 is the highest base attack sword that you can get. And with a 674 base attack sword at level 90, you can easily give over 1,000 and a crowned C5. Fantastic Voyage. Is that? Yeah, a crowned C5 Bennett. You can easily just instantly get 1,000 attack to your on-field character. And like think about that on your Arlecchino. C0? Oh, that's a little rough on Arlecchino. Yeah, because Arlecchino can't be healed. Right? She can't be healed. Which means if you just so happen to swap to Arlecchino and go on the field on her, you do not get this buff. And you can't just heal Arlecchino because, well, she can't be healed. Okay. Well, I mean, it's just one constellation. Sooner or later, you are going to get that. Besides, the circle is so small, it's very hard to manage enemies into it. That is true. That is true. And so people have, the community has dubbed a term for that. People call that circle impact. Yes. Circle Impact is certainly not a fun way to play Genshin. Circle, yeah. Oh, hey, what's up, Ryan? Sorry, did I say Ryan? Ryan. Ryan? Am I supposed to read it like that? Ryan? Yes, like I said, Circle Impact certainly not not a fun way to play Genshin, but in Bennett's case, it is certainly worth it. Very much worth it. It's 1,000 attack, instant. Just press E, swap to Bennett, press E, press Q, 1,000 attack. Right, like, and that's it. You don't have to worry about him anymore. And you got a healer in the same character. A really good healer. I just so bad at this game. If I had saved up and not pull for Chiori. Oh no. They might have got a good character now to play with Arlecchino. I mean, you did say you've been playing for about 3 months. So let's see the potential characters that you could have gotten since then. So you have Alhaitham. I think that's a win. You have Arlecchino. I think that's another win. 4.6. So that was like about a month ago. So I'm going to assume you started around 4.4 or maybe 4.3. When did Chiori come out? Oh, here, yeah. Okay. So let's assume that you started in 4.3. So what characters could you have gotten? Okay, that could have been a Raiden Shogun. Could have been a Raiden Shogun. A Nahida. That could have been a Nahida. Wow. Okay, that's certainly a bit of an L right there. 4.5. Okay, so no, you didn't. All right. So Nivelette. Okay, that could have been a Nivelette. Yeah. Oh, that could have been a Kazuha too. The Chiori could have been a Kazuha or a Nivelette, or both. Who knows? Okay, those are certainly wins. Yeah, those are certainly wins on an account. Now, I guess Nivelette not as much as Kazuha, but Nivelette is certainly one of the best on-field DPSs in the game right now. Chiori was about to end. Okay, so I guess, yeah, alright, right. That means that you wouldn't have had the opportunity to get these. Okay. Baiju, Wanderer. No, I guess, I think you got the best characters that you could have gotten. Yeah, I think those are the best characters that you could have gotten. Wander's not very good. He's good, but not very, very good. And it takes quite a bit of investment to really get him going, and not only into him, but into your supports as well. Like for example, Wander is just, he feels like a good 4-star. Yeah, he feels like a good 4-star without C6 Farazan. That's so. I just built characters who look cool. I mean, I don't know. Like I would say according to your current roster of characters, you have Alhaitham and you have Arlecchino. If you think you're gonna enjoy playing these characters for a very long time, or into forever, then I would highly recommend getting, like gunning for a few specific characters. So, namely, Nahida. Nahida. Now, I understand there's no way to guarantee a 4-star, but if you can somehow get a Kuki Shinobu and get her to C2, that would be perfect. That's sort of all you need, really, for Alhaitham. Nahida, C2 Kuki. I guess you could You could make do with a Raiden Shogun if you're feeling up to it. And just use Raiden Shogun on a full EM build and no crit whatsoever. Sure, if you're okay with using a 5-star like that. But yeah, so I would recommend getting a Nahida for your Alhaitham, and maybe try to get Kuki C2 on a banner where she is on. And then another one too, Yelon. Yeah, Yelon is... You could use Yelon in your Hyperbloom team with Alhaitham, Nahida, and Kuki. And that is one of his best team. And that is also one of the highest DPS teams in the game. Or you could use Yelon with your Arlecchino. Getting a 4-star is harder to get than a 5-star. That is absolutely true. Yeah. D6 Miku Hatsune is just too premium. Miku Hatsune. So, yeah, Miko? Raiden moral support era. Yeah, Alhaitham, Nahida, Kuki is certainly a very endgame team. For your Arlecchino as well, Arlecchino kind of can roll with a lot of characters, really. At this point, you don't have C1 Arlecchino. Yeah, you don't have C1 Arlecchino. So she is going to be very easy to interrupt. Like when you have very highly aggressive enemies to fight against. So having a Zhongli is going to make it feel so much different, like so much more comfy. But if you plan on getting C1 Arlecchino in the future, I think C1 Arlecchino is better than getting a Zhongli. Because while Zhongli makes it so that you're just completely immune to damage until his shield breaks, but that the thing is, like, that hardly ever happens because of how tanky his shield is. But C1 Arlecchino not only gives you a lot of resistance to interruption, it also gives you quite a bit more damage. Miku Hatsune as far as I know. What? How is she Miku? Who? What is Miku Hatsune even? Oh. I just looked it up and alright. I understand. So that's Miku Hatsune. I guess I know now. But yeah, Zhongli is not only for your Alhaitham though. Zhongli is also a very comfortable character to have on any account. Yeah, really. Before I got Alhaitham, I used to run my Hyperbloom team with Zhongli all the time, just because I wanted to just be able to turn my brain off and not have to dodge any attacks. Trying to get her C1, but I got Jean in third. Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Trying to get Beidou when she was on Wanderer's Banner. I really like her design. Beidou. Beidou is pretty cool. Beidou is situational though. She's situationally good and situationally not so good. I don't think Beidou can ever be bad, but she's situationally really good and situationally good. Like if you're fighting specifically two enemies, she is very good in that situation. She might as well be a 5-star in that situation. But if you're fighting one enemy, or if you're fighting way too many enemies, like I don't know, 8 enemies like at the same time, or more, I don't know the math on it, then she might as well. Okay, you're really gonna feel that she's a 4-star in that case. But yeah, she is actually really good. Plus her counter mechanic, like her E, like the counter attack thing, it is so satisfying to use. I saw some rumors that Risley isn't on the next patch. Crazy. They said it would be Armpit Lady. Those are the same rumors that I've been hearing people talk about too. Yeah, that it'd be Elon in 4.8. So yeah, anyway, this is all like why I'm saying all of this stuff, Gulshan, is I guess to like in response to what you said about so I just pull for characters that look cool, not necessarily, but of course characters that look cool are your choice, because that is a subjective choice, and I certainly don't want to get in the way of that. But as for the objective choices, according to what you got right now, you are going to be best served objectively by a certain number of these characters. Like I said, Yelan, Cookie. I know there's no way to guarantee Cookie, but maybe if she's on a banner, try to get a copy of her, even to C2 if possible. As long as you don't ruin your pity for it. And Zhongli will certainly make your life a lot more comfy when you're running your Arlecchino without a shielder and without C1. Because Zhongli's your shielder. Yelan as well. Yelan, very good character. I would say Furina. But I don't know. I guess like Furina's a very good character. She's one of the best characters in the game. One of the best buffers in the game. But she doesn't have that much synergy with Alhaitham and Arlecchino. Alhaitham maybe in some of his teams, but not his most mainstream teams. I pulled Dory for a design. Okay. Can I clear the Spiral Abyss? I don't know. Stuck at 4-9. I think you are now just limited to your other team, man. Because like looking at your roster right now, you just don't have a second team. The reason why I pulled for cool looking characters is because this game has so many characters to pull from that there's no chance it's bad. Well, some of them are bad. If you have an Animal Crowd controller, floors 9 to 11 will be a little easier. I just use my support to the second floor. The first floor is taken by Father. Oh, you mean the half? Yeah. Cannot say bad, because under certain circumstances, anyone can become good. I mean, okay, I don't have Dia on this account, but that argument is pretty hard to make on Dia. That argument is pretty hard to make on Dia. Now, granted, I did actually find an excuse to raise Dia on my main account, but only for that one use and no more. Her talent and her passive talent. So Dia essentially is like, her main job now is just the off-field AoE pyro applicator and someone that mitigates damage. She doesn't give resistance to sorry, what's the word again? Damage reduction. She doesn't give any damage reduction, because what happens is instead of like your on-field character taking the full damage that it's taking, instead some of that damage is it goes to Dia, even if she's on the off the field. So a form of damage mitigation, as well as resistance to interruption. So she has her one use case, and if you need that, yeah, if you benefit from the defensive capability of the damage mitigation or rather damage absorption, however you want to phrase it, and resistance interruption, and off-field pyro application, then sure, you could say Dia is good. But you could also say Toma is good in that case, or Xiangling is good. Because while Xiangling doesn't provide the damage mitigation, Xiangling provides a lot of DPS. Yeah, that is mainly Dia's purpose. Damage mitigation, pyro off-field application, and resistance interruption. And other than that, she doesn't contribute at all to team DPS, because there is just no possible way to build Dia well enough to make her do significant damage in comparison to the team. And don't get me wrong, I sound like I'm trashing on Dia, but I really like how Dia looks. I really like how Dia looks, and I'm probably one of the most disappointed players out there about how badly they designed Dia's kit. I mean, Dia's kit I think is unique. I think it's cool. It's just that her multipliers are just so low that other than her niche, she is completely useless. The fishing thing, yeah, yep. It is worth it, however. Yeah, like, I understand it's painful. Oh man, yours is still R1. It's a lot more fishing to do. I'm so sorry, man. I wish you luck, but it is definitely worth it. It is definitely a worthwhile weapon. Oh, it's better than Dia. And I will die on this hill. I like them both though. Dia has grown on me. Kind of happy. I want our C1 last standard manner win. What does her C1 do again? I didn't really bother remembering their constellations. Max HP is increased. Max HP, and she deals. So what a weird constellation. I don't think anyone else has a constellation like that, or even a passive. Okay. Bonus damage based on her max HP using following attacks. Alright, skill or burst. Okay, sure. I guess C1 is trying to make her do more damage. I don't know. I don't think I like this C1 because now seeing the C1, it makes me think, oh, Dia might actually be, there might actually be a way to make Dia do significant damage. Not a lot of damage, but at least not insignificant damage. And now I'm gonna, if I have C1, I'm gonna be forced to think about, okay, well, Dia might provide some DPS, so because of this, of C1, so I'm gonna have to put in the effort to build her, which is a lot more work. So I don't like him very much. His design's okay, but I don't have a team to use him with. I kind of don't really know what other teams Toma can be in. Oh, I guess there is the shoot. So obviously Virgin. What was the other team? There was another team that people came up with. Oh, Clorinde. Clorinde Overload. Our Sigewinne makes her multipliers reasonable, and she can finally output half of C0. She just... All right. Virgin, Burn Melt, Arley. Oh yeah, that's right, Burn Melt. Burn Melt, but only with Risley. I don't think it would definitely not work with Ganyu. My current team contains Alkino, Xingqiu, Shangling, and Bennett. Oh, that's a really good team. Yeah, that's a really solid team, man. Ganyu. How many C6 Ganyus do you have, RJ? Just one. Yeah, just one. My other Ganyus are C0. I don't plan on pulling for Ganyu constellations at all on my other accounts. Yeah. All I really care about is having the opportunity to experience that whale feeling of pressing E on Ganyu and then just clicking and then E and then click. That's all I want, and I don't need Ganyu to be C6 on all my accounts. And I already have one account that's like that, and I'm happy. You should try Freeze Ganyu in the second half. Wait, second half? Well, I did, actually. That's literally what I tried yesterday. And it just didn't have enough DPS. Or at least my freeze teams. Either that or I didn't try hard enough. But yeah, I did actually look at the the second half, and the first team that I thought of was freeze. I don't remember, or maybe I wasn't there lurking at the time. Maybe. Yeah, anyway, I'm sorry guys, this is getting really late, and when I started this stream, I was already super sleepy. Granted, I was that kind of went away talking to you guys and playing Genshin and stuff, but now it's really getting late, so I'm very sleepy all over again. I've come full circle. Hey, what's up, Basie? How you doing, man? I'm sorry, man. You came at a bad time. I'm about to end the stream. Have a nice day. Yeah. Sure. Thank you, Gulshan. I hope we helped you in any way. If you want more help, feel free to join our Discord server if you don't mind. Yeah. No. But other than that, yep. Streams. I'll be here. Every time I stream, I'll be here. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be hard for me to stream without me being here. It's midnight, guys. Weird things happen at midnight. Anyway, so for those of you who need help building their characters, accounts, making a decision on which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams, and in the pinned message in YouTube chat. If you want my opinions personally, you can ping me over there. My name is Elvis Einstein on Discord. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, guys.